Hello, everyone, and welcome to Maids Who Made It, the podcast that celebrates cleaning industry professionals who built their empires with grit, grind, and a whole lot of heart. I'm your host, Cheryl Hasher, and today we are talking to someone who embodies strength in every sense of the word. She is a powerhouse from Washington State, the owner of Over the Moon Cleaning, a 500K plus a year business. And when she's not running her company, she's an actual powerlifting champion. Yep, we're talking barbells, discipline, and pure execution. And today we're diving into what it really takes to build muscles in life, in business, and most importantly, in mindset. Because being strong just isn't for the gym, it's how you survive in the cleaning industry. So grab your coffee or your pre-workout in this case, and let's jump in with my girl, Belinda Moon. Belinda and I have been working together for about 5 months now. She is a drop them up private sessions. She's in private sessions with me, and it's been really great working with you and getting to know you. So welcome to the show, Belinda.
Hello, everybody.
How are you? Over from Washington State. So we're actually like on opposite sides of the U.S. right now. Massachusetts, and she's on the other side, way in the corner. So welcome. So let's start, Belinda, in the gym, because that's where I lived for years as a fitness competitor, and I still live in the gym. Talk to me about powerlifting. How did that start for you?
I started working out with my trainer about 8 years ago. I would watch them, her husband, the rest of the team, they would do powerlifting. And I never thought that was something that I personally could do.
Yeah.
So I talked to her about it, and she set goals for me. I set goals for myself, and I've been doing it for 3 years now.
Yeah, that's like so cool. So how did you get into competing? Like, whose idea was that?
My trainers. I'm the only one left on the team now, but there was a full team, like six of us at one point. Yeah. And her husband and her have done powerlifting for many, many years. So that's been a part of their life. So they've shared that with me, and now it's a part of my life.
So you're just like, yeah. So what made you want to compete?
Just for myself, to show myself that there's no limit to what you can do. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. Even though it seems undoable, just show up for yourself every day and make it happen.
Well, I think everything is doable. I think once it's all about mindset. Like once you set your mind to anything, like you can achieve anything.
Absolutely.
That's always how I am. I'm always like jumping out of the parachute, jumping out of the plane and finding the parachute later. That's just how I kind of work, So
I'm gonna get that jumping out the plane thing though.
Well, I've never actually jumped off of a plane, but I heard that analogy yesterday, and I'm like, oh, that's totally me.
Yeah.
That's what I do. So this is going to be an off-color question. What are your current lift records?
At my last meet, my squat was 265, my bench was 120, and my deadlift was 270.
That's pretty heavy, 270.
Yeah. So my goal I have a meet coming up November 9th in Bremerton, Washington, just to beat those numbers, not by a lot, just,
Yeah. How many people usually show up for a competition? Is it done by weight? Is it done by age? Like, I don't know anything about like the
It does by your age, male or female. There's a non-drug tested one, and then there's a drug tested one. And so the meet I do is drug tested, and this one happens to be a world meet, so there'll be people from all over.
Yeah, I mean the drug situation. So me, like, totally whatever. When I competed in fitness, I got so far where I would have had to do a lot of drugs to win. I competed for 7 years in fitness. I did the routine, the whole posing thing or whatever. And it was like I had gotten to the nationals, and I was at a level where it was cool. I was competing with my idols and stuff like that. Like being on stage with them was like, wow, like cool. But like I wasn't willing to go do the drugs.
Right.
Look like a man.
even for some people, like if you have to do testosterone or just any like over-the-counter drugs that you might be prescribed to, could also show up in your drug screening and would disqualify you. So if you have to take any of those medicines, then you have to do the non-drug tested one.
You'd have to be like totally natural. They test for everything.
Yeah.
Probably like, what are those things? They're like not steroids, but they're like precursors to steroids, or there's all kinds of stuff out there, whatever.
Yeah, kind of stuff. I don't do any of that. I just started taking pre-workout, and I only do that on days that I lift.
What do you have for pre-workout?
I couldn't tell you what it is. It's metamorpho something. I have no idea. It's my trainer has been using it for, she said, her whole life. So I
used to buy these branched chain amino acids, right? BCAAs, and they have like watermelon and berry and stuff like that. But I would find that they would make me more speedy than having a coffee.
Yeah. Like, no, this one is pretty. I mean, if you take a whole scoop, yeah, for sure, you're going to be like cracked out. But I just do like a little half a scoop and half cup in my little water bottle, and then I'll do my cardio, and then I just feel a little more awake and ready to. Because I mean, over 200 pounds is heavy, so you kind of need that little extra push sometimes.
Totally. All right. So you have a competition coming up?
Yeah, November 9th. So 2 weeks.
That's coming up. What is that? It's in a week and a half.
Yeah, not this weekend, but next Sunday. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, ready as you can be.
So powerlifting takes insane discipline. Where do you think that drive comes from?
I don't want to be not a failure, but I don't want to let myself down, nor do I want to let anyone else down around me. So for me, that is, I guess, what keeps me going each day is like, this is the goal I set for myself. We're not going to, go off path, because, if you go off path, like if I would have went and partied all last weekend.
There's no way.
Yeah. I have to make weight. I have to be 165 pounds. I can't be an ounce over when I weigh in next weekend. So I have to like watch my weight, watch what I'm eating, no drinking. It's a lot.
Stuff too. Yeah, because your water can go up and then you're screwed. So if you don't, I'm just curious, and then we'll get into some cleaning questions. If you don't make weight, do you go into the next weight category?
I do. And then that would, like, I'll take a state record for my squats, but if I go up in a weight class, then I won't. I would have to like lift way heavier. Yeah. For me to take a state record in my deadlifts is like over 300 pounds.
Oh yeah, no, that's.
Yeah, I'm like, 270 is already a lot.
Yeah, I think I'm not gonna drink and eat, steak and French fries the weekend before.
After you weigh in, you can go eat that steak and French fries. Totally. Yeah. But before that was
like years ago. So like I did bodybuilding and then I switched to fitness. Fitness really didn't have any weight stuff, but the bodybuilding did. And so you'd have to like decrease your carbs, decrease your water, carb load, all that stuff. That was like I don't know. That was a while ago. I think things might be done differently, but like you have to like make weight or else you go into the next category and then you don't have the size that the other people did.
And my girlfriends were doing that. They were doing the bikini competition thing. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. But I'm 5'3" and very curvy. So that wasn't for me. So my trainer was like, if you want to do anything, you can do powerlifting because you're built for that. Some people are and some people are not.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that I'm built for powerlifting. I just have too many injuries, my back, my shoulder.
Yeah, once you have those injuries, that makes it.
Yeah, I'd be afraid, but I don't know. I loved it. I still love the gym. So, but anyways, so do you say it again?
Good for you to still go to the gym every day.
5 to 6 days a week.
Yeah.
I don't miss it unless I'm deathly ill. So then I don't train.
Yeah.
So do you see a connection between showing up in the gym and showing up in your business?
It's because it's a part of your life. You wake up every morning, you go to work, you go to the gym, like you can't do one without the other.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of people will quit like when things get tough, right? Or heavy, like in lifting, they'll be like, no, I can't do that weight. Or like in business. So what would you say your secret is to pushing through when it hurts, whether it be the gym or business? Like, what do you channel into?
Well, I don't really give myself an option to quit because my business is my only job. So if
Yeah.
I don't have my business, then I have to go work for someone else. And I don't foresee me doing that ever
Yeah.
again. Like I have to work for customers. That's about it. But
Right.
yeah,
Which I think is easier. I'm the same way.
I don't want to work for anybody else.
Nope. I'm with you. So let's talk business. Let's talk numbers. So you're pushing 500K a year, and that's like no joke. So take me back. How did Over the Moon Cleaning start? And tell me what that first year was like.
I was a teacher for 15 years. And then I just got tired of, being around kids all the time.
Yeah.
So I started cleaning some houses in my neighborhood, which right now it has like 3,500 homes, but before it was 2,500, say.
Right.
And I just word of mouth, I cleaned one house, got
Yeah.
another house, and within a year, I had to hire someone to help me clean because I was doing over 10 houses a week.
So just tell me which one was more work, teaching or running a cleaning company?
Oh, running a business for sure.
But teaching, you have to do homework and you have to correct it at the end of the day and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's like a
I
stress
mean, you're
too.
still working like all
Yeah.
day. When you come home and you're still working, to where when you running a business by yourself, you're working, I think, more.
You're responsible for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
don't
mean,
just
that
get to
can
wake up
be
and
scary.
go do something and then come home and be done.
Yeah, that can be scary for people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when did you realize that, oh, wait a minute, I'm not just cleaning, I'm running a company?
I would say probably year 2 or 3, once I had about 3 teams running for me, 6 ladies. And I had set a goal that I wanted to do 20 houses a week, and I, superseded that really quick. Um, it wasn't easy. It was, hiring people is, I think,
Hiring people is tough. It's the hardest thing in the business to do.
hardest thing for sure is finding the right people to work for you.
So hard. Is that one of the biggest growing pains you would say you've had?
100%. Yeah.
I think getting clients is easier. I think
Oh,
managing
yeah,
people.
for sure. Getting clients is super easy. Like I can walk down the street and get a client any day of the week.
Walk down the street. You walk down the street with a sign, cleaner.
Oh, are you moving in? Let me go see your house. It's dirty. Let's clean it.
So what would you say, like, was there anything or anything currently that, and maybe not now because you're over that level, but like when you were starting, was there anything that made you want to quit?
I mean, yeah, people are gross.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gone into some nasty houses and wanted to leave, but
Yeah.
just push through, like just get it done, and you'll either get a gold star or you won't. And
Gold star.
yeah,
Um, yeah, that's when you have to show. I would say, like, if you're in a dirty house or a challenge house, right? I like to use that word challenge. It's a little bit better. You just say, right, you need to get to the other side. It's almost like lifting, right? Just lifting that, get it up, get it over with, and back
yeah,
to onto the other side. That
absolutely.
I've been in that situation before when I was cleaning. I of course cleaned right in the beginning, just like you. Same thing. Went out, got a few houses or whatever. Sometimes you just have to get it over with,
Yeah.
right?
Just
Even when you don't want to.
do the work, get out,
Yeah,
decompress later, and wake up and do it again.
yeah, totally. So, do you think that people ever underestimate you? Like, oh, she's just a maid, or maybe in the beginning they did.
I don't think I've ever come across that. I think
That's good.
the people that I've surrounded myself with have always been really supportive of what I do.
Right.
Uh, and I mean, if not, then shame on them because
Yeah,
it's rough.
I have in my area when I was years ago when I didn't really, when I was just cleaning on the side, hustling, there's a difference between doing that and having like an actual real company. The more my systems got better, the more clients respected me. That's what I noticed.
Yeah.
When I
Oh,
stepped
when
in.
I show up to clean, my clients are like, "Why are you here?" So I think because I have been in business so long and my clients do know and they've watched my process, that when I show up, they're like, "Why is the boss lady here?
What happened? Did everyone not show up?
Who didn't come to work today?"
Yeah, did you, and you may have, I think I know the answer to this question, but was there ever a point where you doubted yourself in the business?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's gone so well for so long,
Yeah.
um, that I don't see that. I think I just worked past, like, right over that hump.
Usually the first couple of years, you know, and it comes down to systems. It comes down to having all that stuff. But the more systems you have, the more confident you feel.
Which is why I called you.
I think you were doing pretty good in the beginning, but you just wanted that extra, you wanted that extra edge. You wanted to, go over 500, grow to, 600, 700, 800, which is your next goal.
Absolutely.
It's almost like you can compare it to, okay, I did a deadlift at 270. Now this time I want 300. It's kind of the same thing, like money wise, if you're,
Right.
goal oriented like that, which I know you are, you know. So when you're having a crappy day, how do you get the motivation to keep going? Like, do you channel anything internally to continue?
Um, I, I just look at, what is that day bringing me? Like, was it a customer? Was it somebody was it a worker? They couldn't come into work, or, we had all kinds of things this morning. Somebody's car battery, the key
Mm,
wouldn't work at somebody's door. Like, that just makes for a whole shitty day.
yeah,
So I could be upset or mad about it, or just look at, well, how can we, how do we fix this?
right.
How do we make it not happen again?
Well, that's the mindset.
Yeah.
That's what that is. Being able to look over the bad situation and be like, you know what, tomorrow's going to be different. I'm just going to put it to rest. And I think a lot of times cleaning business owners have a hard time with that, and they go into overwhelm. You know what I mean? They just don't know how to get past that. So,
Yeah, we just gotta figure it out in the moment. Oh, this customer's door won't open, so hurry up and call Sally and see if Sally is available.
yeah.
Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. And then thankfully we live where ladies can go take a lunch or go have coffee or whatever. And then we'll just, move along through the day.
And you just figure it out. Yeah, totally. So,
Be a good problem solver.
well, and that's a skill that not a lot of people are born with, right? No one's born a problem solver. You have to figure out that as a boss, as a CEO, founder, whatever you want to call yourself, your main job is to put out fires, prevent fires. Actually, I would probably say preventing fires is even more important. Like being able to see a potential problem coming down the track
Right.
and avoiding it, putting something in it to avoid the whole
Put the
situation.
fire out before it starts.
Spray the water before the fire starts. And that would probably be like a reference for employees. Like if you see a toxic employee, you have to get rid of that toxicity. Try and fix it first, but get rid of it so it doesn't infect the other strawberries in the bunch, if you will.
Right.
That,
Absolutely.
yeah, like the moldy strawberry that's next to the healthy strawberry, and then the next day the healthy strawberry starts to have mold on it. It's like you have to be able to see that or recognize it as it's starting to grow, not when it's full blown.
Right.
Because then you get a real problem, all right, so I'm gonna quote Rocky. This business isn't all sunshine and roses. I love Rocky.
It's definitely not.
The movie, right? I love that. So can you think of a story that like still makes you shake your head? It could be like a client story or a staff story. Is there anything that stands out to you?
Well, I told you the one time I had the staff that stole the checks and wrote them out to herself. that's my major, like,
That's a major one.
crazy. Like, how do you go into someone's home and steal from them? Not only steal from them, but write a check out to yourself and go cash it.
How much was the check for?
There was three. One was for like 500, one was 700, and one was 400.
So would the bank reverse it for the client? Is that what happened?
Eventually, yes, it was all reversed back to the client. Yeah.
So what did she say? Why she did it?
I didn't really give her a chance. I just asked her if she did it. And when she got super quiet and I could hear her crying on the phone, I just immediately was like, you no longer can work for me. Like, I have turned in all of your information. Like, this can't be swept under the rug. Like, you're naughty.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you already, so you asked her the question, but she already knew that you knew.
Yeah, as soon as when I called her, my first question was, did you take these checks from so-and-so's house? And it was like dead silence.
But like, what goes through that person's head? Like, do they think that they're actually not going to get caught?
I have no idea. I wouldn't be able to sleep with myself like at night to take something from someone and to go back in their house. Like, she had gone back multiple times before the client knew.
Yeah. I mean, every cleaning business deals with theft at one time or another. I think it's kind of unavoidable. You know, it's happened in our business too. It hasn't happened with anything large. Thank God it's happened stupid things like perfume and, you know, stuff like that. But like, it devastates you as an owner because your clients put trust in your company and then you feel like so deflated. You're just like, oh, embarrassed.
So embarrassed. Yeah. And then and in a small community, even though our community's rather large, but everyone posts everything on Facebook and everyone talks to everyone. So if one bad seed gets out, like, could destroy a whole business, which not just for me, but for the 12 other people that work for me. Like, we depend on this job.
It's bad news. It's immediately a fireable offense. You don't test it out.
No, there was no questions to it. There's
another house.
Yeah. Don't even put me down for a reference because
exactly. So speaking of employees, like, what would you say, what do you think is hard about leading people? Like, what do you find most challenging about it?
Setting up interviews was really hard for me because I would go and sit and wait for people to show up to come and interview with me, and then no one would show up. So that was my hardest part. Was
in person.
Yeah, because I didn't do a Zoom thing at first. I just always just would say, hey, meet me here, because if you can't show up to meet me,
why
would you show up to work?
I did that too in the beginning, and I think so. Like pre-COVID, no one even thought about doing Zooms, right? And then now we had COVID, and everyone was on Zoom. So now we switched. We do our first interview on Zoom, second interview in person.
Yeah.
That works a lot better. But yeah, that can be totally frustrating, especially for a new person.
Yeah.
Deflated.
Okay. And then they would call, oh, I forgot I had a doctor's appointment, or I had to pick up my child. And
you're like,
oh, sorry. What are you going to do when you're working Monday through Friday?
Well, and that's the telltale sign. If they can't make it to the interview, I usually don't reschedule. Every once in a while, if there's an issue, car problem, whatever the situation, right? But like if someone says, oh, I don't have a working phone, or I don't have this, I'm just like, nah, you're not going to make it.
That's in the job description. Having a car, a phone, reliable transportation. Get your life together.
Yeah, they try and reschedule a couple of times. I'm like, no. I usually just say, well, I'm getting through other interviews. I'll reach out if I don't hire. I just
absolutely.
You don't have time for it. The bigger your business grows, you don't have time for that nonsense, I guess, for lack of a better word, right? Just like,
but it is nonsense. Like grown people, like grown adults, the way they behave, it blows me away.
Yeah, exactly. So do you think you're a good boss?
I think I am. I'm very, some of my younger crew members will say I'm a little intimidating sometimes, but I think it's
Yeah,
because I've already put up with the bullshit and I don't want to put up with bullshit no more.
yeah, yeah.
So, but
You've been dating.
I'm flexible and I'm very family oriented, like I love family. So if I
Yeah,
always say family first, but
right.
also your job needs to come first too.
Totally. So when you talk about family, I'm sure you've had staff for a long time, so they probably feel like family to you to a certain extent. Have you ever experienced anything where a client has disrespected one of your team members?
No, all my
Really?
clients love their, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I might have one client every now and then say, hey, I really don't prefer
just
Sally.
throwing
I don't
it
know why Sally keeps coming up in my head, but we'll just use Sally. I don't really like Sally. Can you send someone else instead of Sally? But never disrespectful to them.
That's good. Yeah. Early on, I felt the disrespect myself. I had worked for the wrong clients, right? And so I had kind of experienced things that I don't wish anyone experiences, not getting paid, stuff like that, or whatever. But I learned not to work with certain types of clients, right?
Yeah.
So what would you say, like as referring to a boss, what would you say you're good at, and what would you say that you don't think you're good at as a boss?
I would say I'm good at listening to my staff and being open to things that might be easier for them or not easier for them. And what makes me not a good boss? I don't know. I, at my heart, I'm super nice and easy. And when I get to know you and then you show me your weak side, then I get upset because I've already invested so much time into you and my business that I don't know how to fix what you just messed
Yeah,
up.
I'm sort of like that. It's like you can only be so empathetic,
Right.
right? So there's like two sides to you. So there's two sides to me. You and I think are similar. So there's a very empathetic, nice side, understanding, give you a bunch of chances. But once you cross the line, then I can cut it off in a millisecond
Yeah.
and not even let it bother me. You
But
strike me like
that's
that.
just what you
Yeah.
have to do because if you keep letting people tiptoe around and take advantage of you, then they're just going to continue to do it.
No, totally, totally. You can't let as a boss or an owner, you can't let people walk all over you. So you have to show them that you're nice, you're respectful, you're appreciative, right? That they work hard for you and they show up and do a good job, but you can't let them walk all over you because the most detrimental part about that is if your other staff sees that you're taking their crap, they're going to think it's okay
Yeah, exactly.
and they're going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you have to set an example for people like, hey, this is cool and this is not cool. Don't do this. And the only way to do that is to have to make difficult choices, I think, as a boss. It's not
Yes.
easy. It's
Even if
not,
somebody's going to get their feelings hurt, it just has to be done.
it does. It does. And sometimes you have to make, hard choices. So I don't know. I think spending all the my whole life in the gym has made me tougher in a way.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're not
It's
going to go in the gym crying because your weights are heavy.
right,
You
exactly.
might cry about it later, but you're
Yeah,
not going to do it
you
in the
can't
gym.
and you're taking an Epsom salt bath because your
Oh, nice.
hamstrings are on fire. That's so I remember training and taking Epsom salt baths and all this crazy stuff back in the day. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. I do. I take
So
sea
funny.
baths. Yeah, I definitely have baths every night.
Yeah. So is there anything you tell yourself like when things get hard? Are you just like, screw this isn't worth it, or have you not experienced that?
No, I just remind myself that I like to vacation. I like nice things. So
Yeah.
I better get up and go to work. And if somebody's not going to come in and do it, I better go do it myself.
Right. But you're at the level where you've gone through all those growing pains. So, I mean, you bounce back in the field because you don't want to reschedule any of your clients, but you don't even need to do that. If you
Right.
didn't.
I mean, I could totally just reschedule them or, have somebody else go do it. But.
Right. But like at $500,000, in growing, like you can take a few vacations a year, you have people in place, you have management levels built already so people can step in. And so you don't have to do as much as you did when you started. When you start, you have to do everything.
Yeah, right. Everything.
And you may not do it well, but that's okay. You need to learn how to do everything so you have at least a little bit of knowledge about a lot of things, and then you pass it off.
Right.
You can't pass it off in the beginning. You know what I mean?
No, if you don't know how to do it fully yourself, you can't have somebody else do it for you, because then they'll figure out a way to take over your business. That's how I look at it anyways.
Yeah, and it's scary if you don't know how to do something in your business, right? You're just like, oh my God.
Well, that was like when hiring you and you're like, well, tell me about your numbers. And I was like, I don't know.
I don't know. I have this much coming in.
What do you mean, what numbers?
Yeah, and just if you have, that big gross number coming in off the top doesn't mean that's your profit margin, right? That's a different story. I think we fixed that.
I did. Yeah, absolutely. Baby steps, one day at a time.
Yeah, right. So do you think that success is more about motivation or discipline?
I think you have to have both. If you're not motivated, you're not going to have discipline. And if you don't have discipline, you're not going to be motivated to do anything. So you have to have both.
Yeah. And execution too, I think, is part of it. Like people get like paralyzed with the thought process of maybe placing their first hiring ad. They get like freaked out.
Yeah. Or sending a new crew into a house that you've been cleaning for 5 years. Like you can't go babysit them. You just have to trust in the process.
That's hard. It's for a lot of cleaning owners because they want it a certain way, and their clients are their babies, so to speak, right? Their accounts. But then they're like, well, how do I know that person's going to clean as well as I do? And I always say, you don't.
Yeah, you don't know. You just have to hope that they're going to do it as good as you do or better. Yeah.
Right. And that's where like having the right systems, having training manuals, having trainers, or, in the beginning, we all owners, we train everyone. As your company grows, you teach people to train and then they go out and train. Right. So that's how you get the freedom to take 3 vacations a year or whatever, for example. But it's not easy. It's not easy. That's hard. I think training people, a lot of owners struggle with too, because they just feel like they have imposter syndrome. You know what I mean? They don't know, like, am I doing a good job? Am I not doing a good job? And some people honestly just aren't trainable.
Some people, I've come across that too. Like, hey, I show you like this is how we clean the living room or clean the kitchen. I always say top to bottom, left to right. You don't want to go clean backwards or clean bottom to top because now you're double working. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Some people, I just honestly, when it comes to cleaning, I think you either have it or you don't.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people will say, oh, I love cleaning. But do you?
The cleaning, I had someone recently, this happened this week. So we're currently, running ads and stuff. We run ads like pretty much all the time. Every other month we get an ad up, whatever. And so they didn't have experience. I asked for experience. So I know she didn't read the whole ad or whatever. And I didn't see it on her resume. So I asked her and she's like, no, I love cleaning. I clean my house every day. That is so different from professional cleaning. It's like night and day.
Yeah, because cleaning your own house is nothing like cleaning anyone else's house.
I clean my house every day. You know what I mean? But it's just like people want staging, they want presentation, they want the blankets full, they want it to look like a hotel or at least the bathrooms or whatever, right? And it's just like so different. So that answer is always a hard no for me because I'm just like, that's not that's not going to work. You know what I mean?
Go through one girl. I let her try 3 times. I felt so sorry for her because she had kids and all that
Yeah.
stuff, but she just didn't have it. I even just tried to put her in move out cleans because there's no one there. Like you don't have to fold a blanket or the toilet paper or make conversation with anyone. You just have to clean. And if you can't clean something that's empty, you can't clean a full house.
Yeah, and that's the move out cleans because they're empty are so much easier to do.
So much easier. Yeah.
I wish I could clean all empty houses.
Right?
All vacant houses. It's hard. People are home. People have dogs. People have stuff, kids' toys, hockey equipment. Like it becomes difficult to navigate around that stuff. And even though like we tell them to pick it up, some people do, some people don't.
90% of the time they don't, especially if they have a bunch of kids and they rush out of the door in the morning to get to work and school. You'll walk in and there's piles of laundry, there's dishes in the sink. You just have to, again, just work through that.
Yeah, totally, exactly. So you and I have been working together now in Drop the Mop for about 4 or 5 months now. Let's talk about some of the things you needed to fix. Like, why did you contact me?
I wanted to know my numbers for one. My husband always asked me, how much money are you making? And I never really had an honest answer.
Yep.
Setting up systems in my business to be able to have a manager and delegate my tasks to other people. I wasn't really sure how to do that.
You just did that.
I am in the process of that one. Yeah.
How is that going?
It's going pretty good. Like today, with the door not opening, I had to call her and say, hey, go over there. They're not opening. They can't figure out the lock, but it was the lock. It wasn't the people. So it's like, these are tasks that you're going to have to learn how to do when I'm not around. So it was a good day.
Is she okay with it? She's feeling confident. It's the confidence that would be the hardest thing, I think.
She was cleaning another house, so I was like, take 10 minutes, Thankfully, like I said, we're really close to all of our houses. Like
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like how to achieve goals. Like, why did you think you needed a coach to help you?
I just felt a little stuck on how to get past, like setting up training or, just growing. Like we clean 60 to 70 houses a week. That's a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
70 is a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of details.
There's a lot of details. There's a lot of stuff, and it was just all piling up. So it
never shuts off. Like that's the one thing about owning a cleaning business is that you have a CRM, you get text messages all the time. All the time. And you have to mentally know how to check out. That was hard for me in the beginning. I would answer people Saturday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning, Christmas. There was no boundaries in the beginning. Now there's boundaries, but it can be sometimes when you're having a bad week, it can be death by 1,000 cuts. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You're laughing, but
Yeah, it happens. It happens more often than you want. But you still got to get up every day and just be like, we're going to take those 1,000 cuts and we'll just make it 800 this week.
There must be days where I've responded to 50, 60 people, like no problem, like just easy. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. How do you lift your brain into be like, that's okay. I don't feel like I'm an overload right now,
If I showed you my phone right now and showed you the amount of unread text messages or emails, you'd probably fall out your chair.
See, I have a hard time not reading them.
Well, I have to kind of like scan them to know, like, do I need to respond to this person? Because you'll get like there's so many spam calls and emails right now. I don't have time to open and read those or even respond. Like I can tell within the first sentence if they're a real person.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of spam lately. I think, I don't know why.
So terrible.
Stupid. There's someone gets your name on a list, and then they're hitting you up and trying to sell you things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like all the time. But you just won a Sisters Empire Builder Award, so congratulations on that. And the award is the Powerhouse Award. Strangely enough.
It's right over there. I don't know if you can see it. See it?
Oh, grab it. Let me see. I can't see it. It's in the back.
Yeah, it's kind of clear.
Oh, yeah. See, it's so cool. It's like a rainbow.
Beautiful.
Isn't it awesome when the sun hits it? I love that.
Yes, it's in my office where there's a window, so it makes like a rainbow across the.
Oh, that makes it all nice. When you're having a crappy day, you can see the rainbow.
Yes, especially here because it's gray all the time.
Does it rain that much over there?
It just rained 3 days in a row. Today the sun came out, but yeah, winters here are pretty gray. Even if it's not raining in the winter, it's gray.
It's gray here too.
Yeah.
Not as much though. I prefer the snow over the rain. The rain depresses me. Like,
well, yeah, because snow is just cold and it's white. Like
at least it's brighter out when it's snowing.
Yes.
Rain
is just wet and cold.
Oh, I hate it. Gross. So why do you think working with me doing Drop Them Up helped you so much?
I think you helped me stay more focused and not, so-and-so called out, or, I've actually put my foot down more and held myself more accountable of being the boss and not actually going out and getting people out of the weeds and just letting them figure it out.
Yeah, true. That's so true. So accountability then.
Yeah.
So you knew from my background that I was going to push you to do stuff, and you felt accountable to me to get tougher.
Right. 100% accountability is worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, totally.
It's worth all of the homework.
Did all the homework. No, accountability is key. Like, you have a coach for powerlifting, so in your mind, you're probably like, I'm not going to let her down.
No, hell no. She'll be over at my house instantly.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah. In the summer, when I'm ready to go have fun and I have things to do, she will.
Yeah.
She's like, tough it out.
So you have big stuff coming up, right?
I do. We are building a house in Alabama, so that's huge.
That's on my side of the country.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to opening another Over the Moon cleaning.
Second location. Nice.
Second location, yeah.
So what's happening? What's happening in Washington? Are you keeping it?
100%. That is the plan, to keep it. I still need a job when I move.
So what are you doing to ensure that Washington runs smoothly while you're gone?
Training. One of my gals has been with me for 5 years. She's older. She's to the point. She doesn't put up people's bullshit. She even calls me when I'm like letting somebody be late. She's like, don't do that. She calls me out on stuff too, which I appreciate. So I think it'll be hard, but it will be a good move.
Yeah. You're moving it just makes sense for you and your family. That's why you're moving there.
Yes, my husband's job is moving us there.
Right. So you'll have 2 locations. So you could essentially do what do in Alabama, what you've done in Washington, and double your business, have $1 million business. That's doable for you.
And hopefully it'll go smoother.
Hopefully what?
It'll go smoother since I've already kind of worked through all these.
You'll have to learn a different market. That's going to be interesting for you, right? Different prices in Alabama than Washington, most definitely.
100%.
Different workforce, different clients, right? Clients may not be used to paying your prices or whatever, but I think you'll handle it fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. What do you think? Is there any snags you think you might hit? Like, are you worried about anything in Alabama?
Just learning a new whole state. Just, in owning a business, taxes are always just insanely crazy, and Washington State is
Oh yeah.
terrible. So I'm hopeful that Alabama's is not as crazy as here.
Well, it's definitely the taxes will be lower than Washington's like Massachusetts.
Yeah,
It's like very similar, right? Or California, because you're right above California, right? You're right above California. No, Oregon's in the middle.
Yes,
I think.
Yeah,
I think that's what you're on.
They're all three too expensive and have crazy taxes.
They're all expensive. Whatever. So, all right, I'm going to ask you some quick questions. I just want you to jot out answers to me. Favorite pre-workout or caffeine fix?
Double espresso or espresso martini, but you can't really drink those during the day.
Espresso martinis, but not before a powerlifting meet.
Yeah.
Worst cleaning product ever invented?
I hate bleach. It's just disgusting.
You do? I love bleach.
It smells so horrible.
What's bad for you?
It's so bad for you, especially the spray one. Ugh. Yeah.
So what do you use to clean the mold then?
We use it.
Yeah.
We use it every day. Yeah.
You do use it. You just hate it.
Yeah.
Well, and it can also like mess stuff up. Like if they don't take care of that, you can mess up like bath mats and rugs and stuff.
Yeah, your clothes, people's clothes, carpets. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the most ridiculous thing a client's ever asked you to clean?
They never really asked me to clean it. They just left it out, and it would be, sexual items that should not be left out for anyone to see.
Did they ask you to clean that?
No, but they were just be out by the sink. Like they cleaned them and just left them there.
So, do you think they left it out on purpose because they knew you were coming or something? Like what?
I have no idea. I've never asked. It's happened 3 times. Yeah.
What's going on in the state of Washington? That's crazy.
Yeah. The first time I was just like, I'm just going to put that little towel back.
People would go through the house, like, and scan their house to make sure everything looks good.
Yeah, 100%. You would think. Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Cool. At least they didn't ask you to clean
it. No, I quit. That'll make you quit real fast.
So, do you have a song that like music that gets you hyped to lift or to clean?
My trainer always puts on some like heavy metal music for powerlifting, which is not really my go-to music, but it definitely will get you moving.
What kind of songs? How heavy?
Shit. I don't know. Now I meant to write it down and I scratched it out and was like, I was going to ask this morning and totally forgot. Yeah.
I put like old school 80s on there, like Ronnie James Dio, White Snake. Like I get like into that. Yeah, I love the metal for lifting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't do the rap. I do the metal.
You do like dance music and stuff like that because you're trying to be serious. Yeah.
You have to listen to like smelling salt music. You know what I mean? To move those weights. You know?
Trying to get me to smell those salts, and I'm like, I can't do it yet.
You do the smelling salts before a meet or anything like that?
I haven't yet. No. I have come close to smelling them, but I have not actually put it close to my nose.
It's ammonia. You wouldn't like it. It's ammonia.
Oh, it's horrible. Ugh.
Yeah. It probably just I've never done it, but it probably just shoots up like a jolt in your brain and get you like crazy.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's going to put me to my test on that next week.
So what's one thing you'll never do again in your business?
Trying to do everything on my own.
Yeah.
Because you can't.
To that.
Yeah.
I'm into that. And that's where a lot of owners make the mistake and they come, some people come to me and they're almost beyond burnout. Like
because if you do it all of the time, what do you have left for anything else?
You cannot clean do payroll, do scheduling, get clients, manage people, train people, you will just fail miserably.
Yeah. You won't have a life.
You don't have a life. And then you hate your business. So the same thing that you start, people start their business to get freedom is the same thing why they want to close it.
Yeah.
Because there's no freedom if you're doing anything, at all. So, Belinda, you are a straight up powerhouse. You know firsthand that successful businesses are built in the grind, the heartbreak, and the comeback, my favorite. So, for everyone listening, remember this: discipline doesn't care about your mood. You show up, right? We do the boring, mundane, daily steps, and that's how you make it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being on today.
Thanks.
I know you're nervous to do it, but I was like,
I can't drink during the week, so I was like, water's going to have to help me through this.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So if you're watching this on replay or live, if you've loved this episode, share it with another cleaning boss who's out there fighting their own battles, and make sure to follow Belinda's journey at Over the Moon Cleaning. So, Belinda, how can people find you and follow you on your journey?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram.
Facebook is Over the Moon Cleaning, right?
Over the Moon Cleaning, yeah. Or Belinda Moon. Yeah.
Soon to be in Alabama.
Soon to be in Alabama. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, this is Maids Who've Made It, the podcast that celebrates cleaning business owners who turn mops into money and sweat into success. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
and
you.
We'll see everyone next time.
Thanks. Bye.